This next strategy is arguably the easiest strategy ever. You need 500 bucks. Okay, it's not meant to be a high roller or a really aggressive system. I say 500 bucks because this is one of those things you're just gonna hang around the table. You don't really need to come in a lot of money, all right? Because this is one of those can either hit or not, right? And then there's a time to move on. All right, so the idea is basically you're gonna hang out, unless you're the shooter, obviously. You're gonna wait for there to be a point. You're gonna throw a quarter in the cum. It's that easy. Put a quarter in the cum, sir, just so I can show. Now, if a 2, 3, or 12 rolls, you gotta put another quarter in the cum, clearly because it's caps. Okay, if a 7, 11 comes, bam.
Just take it.
You win, take it, start over. Okay, if a number comes, and then your cum bet goes to 9, you're gonna take double odds. That's it, just double odds. We're not gonna take advantage of those 10x or the 100x or whatever other odds we got going on, right? Or 3, 4, 5. But now, the idea is you just want one cum bet repeater. You want that cum bet to hit twice. For those of you who are younger and more vital, that can do that. Anyway, so here's 100 bucks. So if the 9 hits again, it's gonna pay 100 bucks. And what you're gonna do now is, if you get a repeater, you're out, disconnected, you're gonna move this to go across. Okay, so basically you'll notice we have a $25 game that's gonna feed into a $15 game so we can go 96 cross and build some opportunity. Or if we find our bankroll suffering a little bit, we can maybe do 66 inside, or we could do 110 inside, right? But the idea is to not reinvest too much money. Once we hit that repeater, we're off and running. You follow? Dennis is great at repeaters. And then I lose, well, here's 2 of them anyway, so let's just start with that. There's your selection, sir, all 2. All right, Dennis is coming out, and it's a 7. Winner, 7 out of. So we do the coupon because 6 easy. It's just easier because we don't want to make the pass line all that relevant, to be honest with you, because you don't know when you're going to shoot. We don't want to have it injected in our system. All right, so here it is. Dennis has the point of 6, and now it's an 8 heart. It's a hard 8, which is kind of a good way to be, a good place to be. And so there it is. So you're just waiting for a repeater. You got, this is basically 1 point Molly.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
You don't have enough Molly to share. It's just you and 1 point on the Molly. Molly means a lot of things these days.
Apparently.
In dice, it meant cum bet number. Okay, that's 1 down, but genius. 8 easy. Look at that, everybody. He rolled the repeater, and that's really just rolled. So here it is. So here's the 85. I collected my outside hand. And now he's got a few options. Like he could go 80 inside if he wants to keep on greens and use that to build opportunity. Or, 96 across. What would you like to do, sir?
I think 96 only because I'm early in the game.
He's early in the game. He's going to go 96, everybody.
I will only go down to the inside or whatever if I'm losing.
By the way, we've established that Dennis is the devil on your shoulder. Just so you know, he's a very aggressive player. If you don't already know.
It's not 100% true.
But, well, I will say this. I would have won a lot of money at roulette if I had listened to Dennis the other day, or a little bit ago. And he was like, you dumb. We were at a live casino playing live money.
And I told him to press.
And I should have pressed and followed the system. If I had followed the actual system we were playing, 6 easy, that's a winner. And then here we go. We go straight into power press. And for those of you who are wondering, well, what's the power press? Well, guess what? On CQ Nexus, we have a video that details all the power press. CQNexus.com. It'll show you an educational video on all the power presses. Yep. And that is down. What you do is you look on the strategies. It's the strategies link.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're building the ultimate educational app for games. And it's also on CQNexus.com/CQ app. Okay, CQ app.
It's a 6, by the way.
It is a 6. I'm going to mark the 6. I'm just letting everybody know where they can go because it's going to be a community driven. You get to play a role in how it's built and participate.
Yeah.
By the way, pre-sales of that are off the charts, dude.
And I have to throw this out. There's no gambling in the app.
Yeah, there's no gambling. It's education. It has you can work out strategies and learn how to press, and you'll see. You just check it out for yourself and see if you're interested. 7 out, but look at you. You are a wiener. You're up, I think, like $1. I think you're up $1, dude.
I'm not up.
Oh, that's right, because it only paid 85. Yeah, so whoops.
It's
You
a
went aggressive, so you didn't
super
lose too
simple
much.
strategy.
It's really simple, dude. That's the idea. It's how to hang out, to spend an afternoon on a craps table. Not really on your first cup of coffee, 2 craps, ace. I can see some people coming down, they're 6 easy, they're on vacation, it's their first day, and they want to just take it easy.
You want to
To my age, now you will. 7 out, which is kind of brilliant because that 0.7, and now look at you. Now, it looks like I think you're going to be winning.
I'm
You
even.
see what I mean?
Oh, I'm
Or
even.
Yeah.
Plus a couple dollars.
Those 0.7s are coming. Bing Chiling is apparently a new reference
Yeah.
you need to know.
Yeah, it was John Cena.
Will someone's kids tell them that, and the parents will be like, huh? Probably.
It was John Cena.
John Cena. Well, great. 6 easy. John Cena. You know, I've been following John Cena. I like. He's a wrestler, right? I like some of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done some movies. I like John Cena. He's I like those kinds of very whimsical. Not necessarily 7 out. Wow, the 0.7s are really turning favor.
Well, there you go.
There you go, buddy. All right, here we go. We got the same. See, that's the thing. So like, this is exactly the kind of strategy to kind of groove yourself into 7 wiener. That's good to know, bro. That makes absolute sense, dude. That's what I would think it meant. Anyways,
Bing Chiling.
Bing Chiling. Perfect.
Bing Chiling means ice cream in Chinese.
10 hard. Wait, it's hard 10 now. This would be a fantastic if you roll this 10 back. See, because I'm a big believer in the repeater theory on dice.
Yeah.
It's either 0.7s or repeater. Oh God, or it's a.
Well, you said it. You literally said.
I
7.
did say the word. I did call it out, and the dice heard me, and I screwed you out of that number.
So it's
Brutal.
David's fault.
Yeah, I will say this. This is exactly what it's meant to be. There's nothing else to it.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, we probably don't have to roll it out this much.
9-9, and I really wanted to show everybody something else. I know we focus a lot of place bets. People ask about the place bets a lot, and the truth is, if you talk to most dealers, actual dealers, place bets is really kind of the way to go.
Yeah.
It's a path to excellence on a crap table. Yo, 11, that's free money. See, that is perfect
I
timing.
just get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some money.
That's it, just like that. And then, but I some people like to bet come bets, and so we don't want to leave anybody out. That'd be the 7. That'd be fully understands. This has got to be the easiest. A 7, pretending that you were the shooter. 10 a hard way. Oof.
I mean, you could. It's the same thing, I guess. Right?
Yeah, it is the same thing. Is you're betting to come early.
Yeah.
You're coming early instead of later. Your thoughts?
Give me the dice.
I'm telling you, it's craps. What do you want from me? It's just crap. 5-5 and no field. It's a fever on the 5er. The 5er to stay alive.
With a diver?
With a diver. I don't know about a diver. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, a diver on craps, dude.
He's diving into the dice.
Okay, I'm with you, buddy. 8-8 hard way square. See, the problem with this system really is if someone just starts shooting a ridiculous roll, dude.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I
I'm saying?
don't think this person cares. Like this person playing this type of strategy.
Yeah, no, like I said, they're on their first cup of coffee. And look at that, that's a 5. They just don't want a lot of things going on in their brain, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is brilliant. I mean, so now you're out on a 5. And now what do you want to do? Because you're down a little money. You could do 110 inside. How about that?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because look, now you're only, see what I'm saying?
So here's what I got. Yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning.
He's a winner. Well, those 0.7s really hooked you up, dude. And the
You
11.
really like saying the number, don't you? It's just like,
Oh, damn it. I
You
pulled
just
it.
you just like saying every time.
Swear to God.
You're like,
Get over the
anytime
hump.
I can say it,
Get over the
I will
hump.
say it.
Get over the hump, buddy. 7 out. 7 out. Wow. It's uncanny. It's uncanny.
David's that douchebag on the table. It was like fucking constantly saying, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing on this damn
Well,
table?
I don't mean it personally, dude. It's just one of those things. All right.
I'm
think
up
that's-
$1.
You're up $1? Really? Wow, good for you, buddy. Way to pull it out.
Yeah, I'm up $1. If it
And you
wasn't-
had some fun. You had a cup of coffee.
If it wasn't for David, just
I
filling
took-
out the 7 every second you got it.
I stoked the myth, dude. The mythos of craps. All right. It is what it is. What do you think, buddy? Would you ever do this?
Yeah, I think I would do this if I was just not really there for the win. If I was just there to hang out, have
Yeah.
some drinks. I think that's what it's good for.
So I will tell you this. One thing you don't know about a lot of crap players, especially people who love the game. So I have a friend, Mark, who plays, and he'll come up to a table, he'll engage one way, and then he'll change. He'll evolve,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of people that like to do something very easy when they start, just to see how things are going on the table,
doing.
and then they'll get into the heady strategy parts of it. And by the way, people split up their sort of craps adventure, like in the morning, literally when they're having their first cup of coffee and they wake up. And if you go to Vegas to gamble, and your goal is to gamble, not just to hit up a table, or someone who's like a regular gambler, they'll roll out of bed, they'll go downstairs, they got to kind of feel in the morning, they'll bet something really easy that's not mind-numbing, doesn't require lots of engagement, and then they'll get a sense of how they want to play later in the day. I kid you not, it's this whole sort of transference. They'll go to lunch, maybe dinner, then they get on the games when all that excitement, all that energy, and now they have, and that earlier session impresses upon them how they want to play, right? This is literally something, I know someone who will bet a 6 and 8 and then do a comeback coming on, right? That's all they do in the morning. And then at night they go full fire. And you know why that is? Do you know why they do that? Do you know why they switch moods? Because the energy. So you find a table, a lot of people that really love this game love the energy that comes with, the social element. So at night, they're playing this sort of high impact or higher impact type of session because of the energy that can happen on the table, right? Whereas the morning or afternoons, less of that. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is a low energy kind of system, really. Yeah. All right. So it's not going to get the best rating, but what do you got? What do you give it?
I don't hate it actually. I think it's one of those strategies that, again, you're there just to hang out, kind of drink, have a little fun. Other than that, it's not the most sexy system. It's probably like a 4 bananas, I think.
4 bananas. I'll give it 4 bananas. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
And we just showed you, for those of you that, it's great for beginners, for those of you who are starting out, this is a great way to just interact with the game very slowly, get an idea of what the odds pay, get familiar with how dealers are interacting with the game. So it's a great strategy for breaking the ice. All right, guys. See you next time. We are moving on to Patreon, and we have a little upgrade to this, strangely enough, because I think I have a better way to kind of work the comeback.
Let's try it.
Yep. All right.